Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a great week so far. It is Wednesday, and that means it is time for our Carpathian farming episode on the new Galaxy Gamers channel. Welcome to all of our new subscribers, and welcome back to everybody that is returning. That's a returning subscriber and been with the channel for a while. It's great to have you back here today. It's great to be able to hang out with you for a little bit. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode. I know I had fun doing it. I always do. Um, with that, all of our usual disclaimers are in the description of the video as we feed our buddy Dusty here. Give him something to eat. He deserves it, needs it. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. And all that good stuff. Thank you for all the wonderful comments that you've provided, and thank you for the feedback. It always helps. Even if there's not a feedback in comments in a video, I will always thank you anyway. That way, because you know my conscience will be clear, just in case I do miss a comment. Anyway, yeah. So as I was looking at the weather here, it looks like we're going to have rain all afternoon. That kind of bites. Right up until about 7 p.m. I don't know what it's going to be after. So I think we're going to want to make sure that we get our... We're going to want to make sure that we get going on our harvest, checking on our canola harvest, because we know that's going to be a thing. And I'm sorry if the audio just cut in and out on you. I don't know why Windows does that. I think they do it just to be a pain in my backside. So let's get in our harvester. We'll go up and check our canola field. And we'll grab our coffee and our donuts or egg McMuffins or whatever it might be from our favorite deli or coffee shop, and we'll get cracking. I know I love my coffee. All right. So I will come back down and grab the trailer. Just gonna go this way. Not risk it. Please tell me I didn't just... I always do this. I always go the wrong way. So yeah, we've got all morning to get the harvest done for the canola. Gonna rain all afternoon. That's not fun. We got to get this canola harvested, though. If we can't get it harvested, then we'll go ahead and we'll just do collectibles this afternoon, I guess. No sense in doing anything else, right? So, let's see. I was playing No Man's Land off camera over the week, over my hours off this weekend, and that was kind of fun. I like No Man's Land. Of course, that's a map by Alien Jim. He did Comlands as well. That's another great map. I enjoy that map. And so I was testing out a few different mod ideas for potential series on that map. Actually, it's why I was playing it off camera. And I do have some ideas for that, for a series on that map, actually. Believe it or not. Alright, let's get to it. Want to get as much of this harvested as we can before it starts raining on us. I do not like harvesting in the rain. So we'll try to get as much of this done as we can this morning. The weather, according to the weather, it looks like we're supposed to be getting rain the next couple of days, so that's no good. But yeah, we'll have fun with it. If it starts downpouring too much, we'll just turn around and go and grab some collectibles. I'm not opposed to that, never have been. Really can't think of any reason why anybody would be opposed to collectibles. We know where a couple of them are anyway, so. We'll do our best to get this field done this morning. It's no guarantees. So I was going to the store yesterday, and it was nice outside, nice and warm for this time of year for us. And you could hear the birds outside and whatnot, so it was a good indicator to me that spring is on the way for me. That got me all excited. I love spring. I like seeing snow on the ground. I just don't like, after about a month of that, though, in the month of cold weather, it tends to get old really quick. If you know what I mean. I'm sure there are things that all of you would wish would be different, would change and whatnot. You get something going that can be depressing, like winter can be for a lot of people, and it goes from there. You end up dealing with more than a month of that. It gets old quick. That's what I say anyway. Alright. So we'll get this header done. Now I think what we'll do is we'll let the contractor do his thing. And we will go and grab the tractor and trailer and we will cart back and forth. We will cart back and forth a canola we get. We'll put it in our silo for now and then we can sell it after. I think that would be the best way to do it. That way we can keep the harvester going. I think that'll have to be our strategy. Okay. Let's go up here and get it lined up and we'll let it do its thing while we go get the tractor and trailer. Because to be honest with you, I'd like to get most of this field harvested this month. Or today, this morning. So we'll do it that way and we'll cart back and forth because I think that's the best way to do it. Look at that foliage though. It is beautiful. Now there is another map that I've also been playing around with off camera. It's called Tahitian County. Okay, let's go down and grab a... Yeah, so anyway, that map is called Eaton County. It looks like an interesting map that would make a good series for us too. So we probably will be doing that map on the channel at some point soon. But yeah, it looks like a good map, and I'm not opposed to playing on it. I actually enjoyed playing on it off camera, so I think y'all would enjoy that too. So I've got so there's Tahitian County, No Man's Land, Calm Lands. There's at least 3 maps. I did check out the Alma, Missouri map, and there are a lot of people doing that map right now. I don't feel like it would. I don't feel like it would help us if I did it too. At the same time, a bunch of other content creators are doing it, so I try to do stuff that when I play maps, when I play a game that a lot of other content creators are doing, I try not to step on their thunder and just do my own thing, if that makes sense. And you know, sometimes I end up playing on a map that, you know, I may end up playing on a map that another content creator might be doing that you happen to like or something like that. And I'm not trying to step on their toes or anything. Not trying to do that at all. But, you know, it is inevitable. I think that it will happen. So, but I'm somebody that does like to do my own thing. I don't. You got to do your own thing and have fun with it. That's part of being. In my humble opinion, that's part of being a good content creator. Is doing your own thing, listening to the feedback of your subscribers and followers and whatnot, and your members of your channel community. But, you know, trying to do your own thing and having fun with it at the same time. That to me is is part of the recipe for a good content creator. And yes, I will be doing a video about my thoughts on the whole mess with City Skylines 2, just for those who are wondering if I'm going to be doing that. I've been meaning to get that playlist going, but haven't had a chance to sit down and do that yet, but I will be doing that soon. So we're doing pretty good actually with this so far. So hopefully we'll get, if we don't get the whole field done before it starts chucking down rain on us, hopefully we'll get the vast majority of it done. Which would be nice. At least that would help us get some money on the It'd help us get money back into the bank account, that's for sure. Who is selling canola today? Let's check that out while we're at it. Let's see. Canola. Zelenia. Okay, so Zelenia is the highest priced right now. Okay. So is that... That's the railroad. So the debris crusher. Okay. Not it. You are transport. Where is... Okay, it's Jenny's. It's just sugar mill. Bakery. Grain mill. Animal dealer. Dairy. Don't tell me they're way up here. Okay, so that's the train. All right. Okay, so that's where we'll go. So Zelenia will give us a good chunk of money there. And as you remember, we learned how to do the train bit. A couple episodes ago. Now, of course, if we wanted to, we could drop it off at the transport center. But you know, Zelenia right now anyway would give us more money. For the moment. So I think for the moment we'll plan on dropping it at Zelenia. And, you know, then that can give us money. We'll drop it all over to the train depot. So that way the train can, when we rent the train, we won't rent the train yet, but we'll drop it at the train depot. That way when we're ready, all we got to do is rent the train, fill the trailer, fill the car on the train with it, and then send it on its way to Zelenia. But the idea is to get as much of this field done this morning as we can. And I think we've got a good chance of getting the vast majority of it. It's not too big a field. Almost full on the combine. Let's get ourselves positioned. Ah, just in time. Alright, we'll let him do his thing. About a 50% loaded already. That's actually good. So we're on our way. We're doing really good right now. Getting the canola harvested. So I think while we're in town, we'll do repairs on this tractor, make sure it's filled up with fuel. all that good stuff. This is actually not a bad combine. Gotta admit. So I was messing around with the TMR stuff for on my off-world map, and for those who don't know, TMR stands for total mixed rations. And basically what that is it's a mixture of silage, straw, and hay. You can put mineral feed into it as well. And I really don't know, at least in the game, if mineral feed has much of an impact on the cows or not. I've seen different content creators say differently on that, so I don't know. I don't know if that's. It will help the health of the cow. I do know that, but I'm not so sure that it really does anything within the game. It's in Farming Simulator itself. But basically, you give TMR to cows, and it helps with milk production and whatnot. So, and that'll make us money too. Animals are a very good long-term investment, believe it or not. So I have an idea for a series. If I'm thinking about doing it on No Man's Land, though. And it's going to be centered, I guess I can tell you a little bit about it. I haven't gotten all the finer details worked out just yet. But it's basically going to be one where we're working through, we're building up a city or a town based on agricultural production and farming. So, like, we'll have the farm that produces all of the, the stuff like milk, grows the crops, things like that. And then you'll have the production side along with houses, but you'll have the production side as well. That'll take care of all the producing of the milk, of the cheese and dairy products and things like that. So I am thinking of doing that. I think it would be a fun little series for us to do. And we'll see how it goes. It's something I haven't actually done in Farming Simulator yet, either on camera or off camera, so I think it would be a fun idea. I know there are a couple of other content creators that were doing something similar, but their challenge was more of making a certain amount of money within a certain amount of time. For me, I think it would just be fun just to have the challenge of creating and growing a city, in Farming Simulator. And just do it casually and not have all these extra challenges and, whatnot that makes you get up every morning and say, oh, I got to do this or that today, when, you can do it at any time you want and not have to worry. So I think that would be a fun little series. Like I said, I haven't worked out all the finer details yet and what would go into it. I'm still working through all that, but yeah, I think it would be a cool idea. So, and I think it'll probably be I think the map will probably be the No Man's Land map. I don't know yet. I have not. I have not fully decided just yet. Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if I could do that. I just had a brilliant idea. I might have to mess around with my map editor and Farming Simulator. Well, I've never made a map or anything, but I just came up with an interesting idea. Yeah, I did just come up with an interesting idea. I'll have to think that one through a little bit. So there was a map. I can tell you guys about the idea. I guess can't hurt anything. Um, there was a map in Farming Simulator 19 that you all know that I like. Those of you who've been following for a while, you've heard me say it before. But I wish somebody would actually convert the county lines map to work properly and correctly with Farming Simulator 22. Now, the original map author, I don't know if they are back to making maps for FS22 and they're working on it. I don't know. I've seen a few people attempt to do it, and it's been pretty, those attempts were buggy, and I don't know if they had permission to do it. Because of all the copyright stuff. So, so I don't know if they have permission to do it or not, is what I'm trying to get at here. But I'd love to see that map come into Farming Simulator 22 completely converted. But if not, I'd love to be able to, excuse me, I'd love to be able to learn how to make a map, do a map like that's similar to it. Maybe it's not county lines, the exact county lines map, but something close to it, so that it would feel like we're in county lines, but we're not really. So that's another idea I have that we could do, just to a blank map with maybe the railroad system in place and whatnot. You know, so that and the sell point off can for the railroad for the train, so you could rent the train and whatnot. But yeah, that might be a way to do it. So that's something I'll have to look into more to see how to do that and what it would take. That might be fun. Not put all the buildings in. That would be something we could do on our own. It would just be like something where, okay, we've been banished uh, from civilization or something, and we have to make our own civilization in Farming Simulator or something like that. I don't know. I have to think about that a little bit. That might be a fun idea too. Oh no, it's going to start raining here soon. No. Well, got half the field anyway. Oh, I wonder if I can. I wonder if I can actually alter that. Yeah, I can actually set it to sunny. Okay. I guess we can do it that way if we have to. I would kind of like to get this field done. Now, the one thing I don't know, I've never figured that out, is if the rain actually affects the worker, the AI worker doing the harvest. Probably does, though. It would make sense. Okay, I've set it to be sunny. That way we don't have to worry about it. We can get this field done. Yeah, it is fluctuating, yeah, but the transport's, Zelena seems to go up a little bit. Okay. Perfect. Alright, we should be able to get the field done. Looks like that rain's gonna miss us. Probably come in later. Long as we get the harvest done, I don't really care. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Alright, we gotta go up. Jump out. Let's go grab the tractor and the trailer, which is over here. Yeah, I missed a little bit over here. That's okay. We'll pick this up. Should actually have this field harvested in this completed in this episode. And we'll take this load to the to the train station. Well, the harvester's continuing on. All right, let's take this to the train station. We'll drop it off at the train depot. All right. Now what we'll do is we'll drop this off. We'll drop this load at the train station, and then we'll get fuel for the tractor, and then we'll bring the tractor back. We'll do a quick repair on it as well, and that'll take care of that. Okay, beautiful foliage, really beautiful. Passing the dealership. Animal dealer. Am I heading the right way? Okay. Alright, I just had to be sure that I hadn't passed it, because we all know how much I tend to do that. Okay. We'll unload this load here. Okay, and now we'll go and get fuel. And we'll go back to the barn and, as we say here in the US, at least truck drivers do, return to the barn and get repairs done. Gonna grab some fuel real quick. This trigger's always sleeping. How does he ever get anything delivered? Alright. Got fuel. Go back and grab another load. I think we're going to be just about ready. We may have to wait on the repairs till later. There goes the train right there, speaking of which. If we do the repairs ourselves, it'll be a little cheaper, I think. So I think we'll try it that way. Hopefully it won't take too much. Let's see how much it would cost us to repair this. That's actually not bad. All right. All right, so now we've got the tractor repaired, so we don't have to worry about that now for a little while. They always told me you shouldn't eat donuts for breakfast. Straight donuts with that are glazed. It'll always give you indigestion. Yeah, maybe that's true. I personally love Boston cream donuts and jelly-filled donuts. I don't much care for the glazed. Alright, we'll go up and see how our harvester is doing. He's probably sitting there waiting for us. But I kind of wanted to make sure we get this done, you know. Wanted to get the tractor refueled, get the tractor repaired. Because that does contribute to our livelihood. Oh, wow. Alright, where is he? Okay, he's still going. We'll probably have to go around and do some cleaning. That's no big deal. I can live with that. I can live with that. So it looks like we'll have this done in this episode. Which will be cool. This field will be done. So what we'll do in the next episode, obviously, is we'll do the mulching as well. I need to do it anyway, and then we'll get it mulched, and then we'll get it plowed. It might take us a little longer to do the stone picking, but it is what it is. Let's hop over, switch over, and see how we're doing. Oh wow, we got a little bit to go. hired worker does seem to be missing a lot, doesn't he? So we're doing pretty good, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing really good. Getting the field done. I think we'll have this. I think it is likely at this point we will have this field done. All harvested in this episode, which is good. I'd probably rather get a bigger harvester at some point, though. Which we probably will. But I know what harvester I would get, so that's a ways off. That's a ways off when you think of the price. Now, would I get rid of this harvester? No, because for the smaller fields that have really tight areas, you kind of need a smaller harvester to fit in there, so I would not get rid of this one. I'd keep it. I think having two harvesters is not a bad thing, to be honest. It looks like that might be a potato field. Look at this. All this canola just for us. It will make us a good chunk of change. Make us some cash. So we will be able to replenish the bank account a little bit, which is good. Because we need to do that. Now, just so everybody knows, the version of this map that I am playing is a PC-only version. I don't think the map author has updated this version to work on all consoles. There are certain mods that don't work on console, and I can understand why. It's because Xbox and PlayStation, they are very careful about the scripts that are used on their platforms and whatnot, and so yeah, I can understand that, actually. It's a good thing, really. Alright. Let's empty the harvester into our handy dandy trailer. Yeah, we'll take a sweep around after and we'll clean up, get the pieces it's missed. That way we make sure we got everything. There we go. Yeah, so we're getting this done, and we'll schedule this field for mulching next. And then after that, we'll plow it, put lime down, and get the rocks off the field. And it'll be ready for planting. And that's a good thing. That means all our three fields will be ready to plant the next crops. We're going to want to make sure that the horses have oats. And they're in the paddock for the horses. Cows need hay and whatnot, so we need to do that. That's something we have to work on still. Yeah. Almost done this field. So we'll have this field finished here in a few minutes. That's really good. So our coffee will have paid off today. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Okay, that's gonna bug me. Is that potatoes? No, that's sunflowers. Well, darn. How much does he want for this? Well, I know we can't afford it, but how much? For this. Yikes, yeah, we can't afford that. Let's bring our tractor a little closer, shall we? So we're really just about done, which I'm excited. I'm so excited we almost got this field harvested. This will get us some money back in the bank account, which is good. We're going to finish this field, so we're not going to have to worry too much, which is nice. We'll go, once it's done doing the bulk of it, doing the rest of it up, we'll go around and we'll get the pieces that the hired AI has missed. And we'll empty the harvester, the combine into the trailer, run the trailer to this train station, rent the train, and sell this canola. And that will give us some money back in the bank account. Much needed money, I might add. And we'll be able to put the harvester away because all of our harvesting will be done. So we won't need the harvester for the rest of the year. I don't plan on doing, like I said before, I really don't plan on doing harvesting contracts because if you remember, we kind of accidentally broke the harvesting contracts last time, so I'm not going to do them unless I know I can get them all done in an episode, so Okay, and he's done, so let's go ahead and clean this up, shall we? Uh, a nice peaceful way to get my morning get my day started. I'll tell you one thing, I enjoy playing games like Farming Simulator and um Space Engineers, Medieval Engineers, games that are relaxing. I enjoy that. When you're a software developer like I am, and you want to sit back and you play a game. I'm not just a software developer. I am a software developer, but I also run a nonprofit organization too. And so my days tend to be very busy. And so, when I have a few minutes to be able to sit down and just jump into either Space Engineers, Medieval Engineers, Farming Simulator, games like this that are relaxing, it actually does help me to it actually does help me to unwind and relax, and you know lets my creative mind start thinking a little bit. And I've grown to appreciate that. And I think a lot of times we tend to miss um, what was I going to say? I think a lot of times we tend to miss the things that the things in life that we need to be doing to keep ourselves excuse me, in a better overall position, with our mental health and things like that. um I don't know if that makes sense, but for me it does. If I don't have a means to be able to relax, it doesn't help me at all. It does me no good. um and it's one thing I've learned in my life, that with everything I've been through in life, I've learned that you have to do that. You have to uh, have the means and an outlet to be able to just sit back and relax. And so that's why I'm more relaxed on YouTube. I'm not doing all of the major challenges, like zero to millionaire from scratch types of challenges, things like that. Not because I don't want to. And I might try that at some point. But I just think it's more relaxing just to be able to sit back, hang out with you guys, play the game, and, just have fun with it. Don't really need to, um, don't really need to overdo it. So I hope that makes sense. You know, I'm just the type of person I just like to sit back and relax and enjoy the game. I mean, I do too much work in a day anyway, so. And as a doctor once told me, the less stress you have in your life, the better. And if you have to have a lot of stress, find ways to minimize it. And you know, that kind of makes sense to me. Um, they do say that there have been studies out there that have seemed to indicate anyway that uh, too much stress can cause heart attacks and cancer and other things. I don't know if stress can cause cancer, but definitely it's not good for your heart. And of course, you know, it also. Let's just go and make sure we didn't miss anything. Um, I feel like we did. It also, you know, depends on the person too and who's telling you stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to claim to have a medical background. I don't. Yeah, we did. Okay, so if we turn around and come up here. Alright, so we got all that. Alright, so we just need to do a quick turn and come up here. Okay. I'm not going to say that, you know, I have a medical background because I don't. But, you know, there are people out there who will tell you stuff like that and act like they know, and you know, maybe they do. But always trust your doctors. They know what's best for you medically. Should be coming up here in a second. Let's see where that is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, there it is right there. I knew we've missed a piece. Yeah, I think we got it all now. Just making sure we didn't miss anything. think we didn't, though. I think we did get the rest of it, so. Yeah. I think we got the rest of this. Alright. Let us go and... load this all into the cart. Into the trailer here. Without hitting the trailer, preferably. I'm good at that too, like I just did. Okay. Alright, I'll bring this back over to where the trailer is. Yeah. Now, the question's going to be... can I, without making a fool of myself, oh, come on. Really? Okay. Got it. Oh, that does feel like that's gonna fall off, but I'll fix that after. Alright, let's run and grab the tractor. We'll grab the tractor and we'll run this back over to the train station. Oh, I did miss a piece. That's okay. Okay. Run this over to the train station. Get our money. So we did get this field harvested in time. So happy. Now we'll take this trailer to the train station. We'll rent the train, get the train loaded, and get it on its way to Zelenia and make our money. That's the next step. And then at least we'll have gotten that done in this episode. I better put the lights on. Wouldn't want to get ourselves a ticket for that. There is a certain point that a certain level of darkness, light, that your headlights have to be on, and you can turn them off during the day, obviously. But at night, you know, when it gets dark out, there's a certain amount of light. I forget what they call it, what amount it is here. But there is a certain amount of light that you actually have to have your headlights on by law. So I'm sure that's probably the same in every jurisdiction. Of course, where I live, we have daylight savings time and all that. So in the spring, we set our clocks ahead. In the fall, we set them back. It's like, After a while, that gets annoying. I mean, when you stop and you think about it, it really doesn't change the daylight or anything. You know, because it's going to be light or dark whenever. You know, that depends more on the rotation of the Earth around the sun, or the rotation of the Earth and its orbit around the sun. So you're going to have the same amount of daylight and darkness no matter what. Does not really matter. Look at all that nice, lovely canola heading to be sold. Gonna make us some money. I had a guy tell me once that as we arrive here at the train station, the train depot, I had a guy tell me once that he had a dream, and when he said I had a dream, I kind of was like, okay, here we go with the Martin Luther King stuff, but it turned out it wasn't that. He told me, he says, I had a dream that I was richer than my parents. And, you know, the reality is, while it's not uncommon, for us to want to have a better life than our parents did and all of that, let's go rent the train. You know, that's a natural thing, right? We all want that. We all want a better life for ourselves and our children. And, okay. Gotta wait for the train to get here. And, but the problem is if you have this belief that you should be richer than your parents all the time, and you just focus on that, your entire life, you're going to get burnt out. And you're going to stress out when you don't have that kind of money. And so I would just encourage people that yes, it is common. There's nothing wrong necessarily with that. But if you focus too much on the material things, you're going to have a lot of stress in your life. You're not really going to set necessarily the best example for your children, potentially. Things like that. So I just encourage people to be mindful. It was interesting, though. You had that dream. Unfortunately, I don't know that it'll work out for him that way. I hope everybody has a success in life. And here's the train. Righto, let's pop ourselves in here. Oops, got to start the engine. All right. I don't see how you can start filling yet. Okay, I gotta remember how we did this before. Oh, maybe that was soybean we just harvested. Whoops. Oh, that's all right. Okay. Well, I was thinking it was canola that we harvested, but turns out it was soybean. Yes. Well, actually, we did pretty good. Made 79,000 there. Made a lot of money. Put our bank account up to 79,165. I'll take it. All right. I will take that, ladies and gentlemen. That actually was worth it. Alright, let's get ourselves home. I will take that. That's what I call profit. So I'm not complaining. So that was soybean. I thought that was canola. Oh, okay, it's a filling station. That was the filling station. Getting the hang of that train. There we go. All right, well, I think we'll get home and we'll call it an episode there. I'll bring the harvester back later. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we pull into the barn, so to speak, I do hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button, and toggle your bell notification icons to let yourself know when the next episode is going to come out. Be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, co-workers, your pet kitty cat, your pet puppy dog, your pet parakeet, your pet bunny rabbit, your pet boa constrictor if you have one, if you're allowed to, or whoever it may be. Be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, and all that. It does help the channel grow, and it does help our wonderful community grow. And I do hope that you all have a safe and wonderful rest of your week. It's been fun hanging out with you today. I will see you in the next episode of A Carpathian Farm here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. Happy gaming.